Welcome everyone to this next video. This video is for a practice around the full moon, specifically this full moon coming tomorrow, April 7th. It's called the Pink Full Moon, and I have all the information around what I thought about this or researched about this in my newsletter. So if you haven't received that, or if you'd like to, please just click on my website below and you can sign up for my newsletter. Anyway, usually full moons have this high intense energy around them, which I am feeling a lot, especially in our house lately. And I've really been feeling like we need to have a very calm and quiet practice. So usually around this time we do a more intense practice because our bodies feel this energy and we need to move. But with all that's happening right now, and we're all somewhere or the other in a transition, in a change, in a period of adjusting our lives to some new situation. So I really felt called to just calm down. Even my own practices in the mornings, I've just been doing very low energy, very calm, very long poses and slow. So I felt called to make a video for you with that kind of practice. So today we're mainly on the floor. We will go up into standing for some balancing, as this full moon is also in the sign of Libra, which is all about peace and balance. So we'll go up into some standing poses, but no flow. So feel free to try it if you are quite new to yoga. And yes, the Libra is also all about relationships. So I'd like to really take this practice and think about our relationship to ourselves right now, and also to then from there move that on to connecting with others. Okay, I think we're ready to move or start transitioning into our first pose. So we will start lying down. Now, if you feel, I always try and make these videos without props so that you don't necessarily need anything. But if you do have props and you're used to using some, please have them beside you. It's always nice to have a couple of cushions, especially for some of the poses that we hold longer, that you have something you can put under your knees maybe, or just even under your legs for extra support on your lower back. So make yourself comfortable, grab all the things you need, and let's start by lying on our backs in a reclined butterfly pose. So if you do have blocks and you want to support your legs, it's nice to put them like under here, or even two cushions, so that you can really let go into the butterfly pose. And then your arms, let's spread them out into cactus arms. So we're starting to really open through our chest. And just take a moment to arrive here, really feeling your feet touch each other, letting the legs go, letting the shoulder blades arrive on your mat, sink and ground in through your whole backside of your body. And just begin noticing what you're feeling physically. And start working with your breath. So see if you can soften your breath a little bit. Release a bit more and let that breath flow in and out like the waves in the ocean. Every exhale, let those legs become a little heavier on the blocks or on your cushions. And then every inhale, see if you can expand through your chest a bit more, lifting that heart, opening up. Filling yourself up with this new oxygen. And exhaling, releasing into it, releasing into this space. And just keep breathing. Find a rhythm that works for you. It doesn't have to be very long breaths, but just finding this softness, this ease to your breath. Gently allow your head to sway side to side like shaking no. Feeling the back of your head, feeling your neck, feeling any stiffness. And keep flowing with that breath over to one side. Exhaling over to the other. And then slowly finding back to center your head. Soften your head space. Allow the eyes to be soft. Cheekbones, jaw. Notice where your mind wanders. And just bring it gently here, to your breath, to your body, to the space you're in. However that may look like. If you have children around, let them be part of this. Or create yourself a time that you can just come into this space for yourself. Whatever you choose or whatever your situation is, try and allow that to be. Let it all be here with you. Then slowly bring your hands to your legs and help them back to center. As the knees come together, lift them in towards your chest and just hold your knees wherever you can. So you might feel like you can wrap your arms right around your legs, or it might feel better just to keep them slightly away and just let your hands rest on your knees. You'll notice you'll feel different parts of your back as we're swaying side to side or doing some circling. So you can also start changing. At one point, take the knees a little closer and feel more into your middle back. And then as you release the knees, feel the very lowest part of your back. And just check in here with your spine. Allow it to wiggle, allow those legs to open up into some nice big circles. Just feel it out in your hips. Circle the other way. And then slowly come back in. Now you're going to spread your arms out like a T, palms facing down. And let's come into our first recline twist. So slowly drop the knees over to the left side. You can place this left hand on top of your right knee and just allow that right shoulder to sink back down onto the mat. And gently twist. Same here, if you're using a block and you can't quite come down with your knees, support your knees there, or another nice way is to take the block in between your legs. Slowly release the hand from your knee and gently bring those knees back up to center. Place the feet down on your mat as wide as the mat for a moment. Readjust yourself on your mat and let the knees drop against each other. Feel that release, the weight of your legs, the lower part of your back, your sacrum. Feel that drop into your mat. And then you're going to bring the knees back up and slowly drop them over to the other side. Grounding yourself down through that left shoulder and gazing over to your left hand, just finding that complete reclined and supported twist. Always finding back to your breath. Noticing how your breath changes in every pose. And just asking for that softness in your breath again. Slowly release the knee, come back up to center. This time maybe as we're getting used to this position, give yourself a little tighter squeeze. Maybe even lift your head up, awaken those muscles in your core and rock from side to side here. Or maybe you might just be lifting your head, holding it there. And then slowly release the head back down, shoulders down. Now let's open our hips. So we've already opened our hips in reclined butterfly, so we're going to take it a little further into happy baby pose. So first variation is to do happy baby pose with one leg. So just taking one knee out to the side towards your armpit, placing the other leg down with your knee bent. And then lifting that foot so it's over your right knee. You can reach for the sole of the foot or your ankle or just even behind here if you feel really tight. And just start dropping that knee down towards you. Keep the rest of your body nicely grounded on the floor. If this feels quite alright, you can go straight into the full happy baby pose with both legs. So we do that on both sides. Open the knees out to the side. Make sure your ankles stay stacked over your knees. So don't come into a position like this. Happy baby, the feet are over the knees. So if you can't reach the feet, don't worry, keep them like that and maybe just hold your legs. So find that position and let's sink into these hips. Breathe down into your hips. Let those exhales become a little longer. Notice where you can release a bit more. Maybe you're holding some tightness, some tension in your shoulders or your jaw or your neck. See if you can just release that with your exhale. And then, as the name calls for it, like a baby, wiggle around in your happy baby pose. Imagine you're a baby discovering its feet, maybe even grabbing each toe, wiggling around, maybe stretching one leg a bit more, rolling over to that side, just playing around. Allow yourself to move freely sometimes in these poses instead of always just waiting for guidance. Just notice what your body's asking you to do right now. And then let's find stillness for 5 more breaths here. Slowly release the feet. Start stretching the legs up straight towards the ceiling. And imagine like you're against the wall, so like legs up the wall. If you have a wall nearby, feel free to go and lean your legs against the wall and just let this be a little more gentle. Otherwise, you can tuck your hands right underneath the very lowest part or even just underneath your glutes. And let the palms face down and then just come onto the hands so you feel that support. Maybe your knees are completely bent here, that's totally fine. Just find a position where you can go. Softening into those legs. And then start pointing and flexing into your feet. Let's start awakening those hamstrings. Start feeling that length from your ankles all the way down into your glutes. With your breath. And then let's widen our legs a little bit and start circling your feet. Feel that blood coming down your legs. Switch sides of your circling. You might feel those muscles around your ankles and your feet. And then just bring your legs back together and hold it here. 3 more breaths. Next, inhale, slowly widen the legs to a position you can go with ease. No pushing, no forcing, still supporting yourself with your hand. Once you get there, flex your feet. Feel those inner thighs. Hold it there and let's start circling the feet again. Keep breathing. Circle the other way. And then slowly bring the legs back in and release them down. Ah, that feels good. Then clasp your hands over the left knee, hold that knee in and start stretching away the right leg. First time really opening into the front side now of your right hip flexor. Really feel that length down the whole leg, coming up into the front side of your hip. You can play with opening your hips here on the left side again, so by gently drawing the left knee over to the left armpit and just holding it there. Flex into the right foot, lengthen it a bit more. Maybe place your right hand onto your right hip bone just to make sure you're not rolling over to one side. Slowly bring the left knee back in. Right knee back in, give yourself a squeeze, exhale to lift your forehead up, tuck those rib cages in, breathe belly button towards your spine, and release straight into the other side, hands over the right knee, and slowly stretch out the left leg. Breathe. Once you're ready, same on the other side, right knee slightly over, opening into that right inner thigh again. Slowly bring the right knee back in, over your chest, left knee in, and one more time, exhale, lift. Hold it there. Feel that fire in your core beginning to awaken a bit more, burn a bit more. Hold it there. And if you like, you can start rocking back and forth on your spine. Just giving that whole spine a good massage and letting that movement get a little bigger, so that you can come up into a seat. Beautiful. So when we're in cross-legged seat and it's quite difficult, I really like to use a cushion. This is a specific meditation cushion. You can take any cushion or just roll up a blanket and kind of sit on the edge of it. It just helps to sit, especially if we have tight hips or even for our knees. Just a little more comfortable. So just take a moment to arrive. Let's give ourselves a few breaths here. Arriving in a seat. Hands on your legs. Palms facing down. Just noticing your sit bones. So really notice that you're sitting upright on these bones. Feel the length of your spine. Start connecting your breath into the length of your spine. So as we inhale, we lengthen towards the sky. Feel that connection. And as you exhale, feel that draw down through your hip bones, not your hip bones, your sit bones, into the center of the earth. And just find that middle, that stability, that sense of groundedness, and the sense of being present in this moment. With all that's around you, with all that's within you, allow it all, welcome it in. So before we continue, we're going to do a pranayama, a breath exercise, which is called alternate nostril breathing. And I will show it, and then as you feel comfortable, you know what we're doing, then you just join in. So we're going to take the thumb out, the ring finger and the pinky, or you can just do the pinky. So we're going to breathe in through the left side of our nose and breathe out through the right, and then back in through the right and out through the left. So this alternate nostril breathing really balances our left and right side of our brain, and it's very calming. It also feels as if you can breathe way cleaner afterwards because it cleans both sides. So I will just start, and whenever you feel comfortable, just follow in. We're gonna do this for quite a few minutes, so try and really stay with this exercise. At the beginning it might feel a bit like there's some resistance and it's almost like, wow, I can't breathe. But just hang on in there, just go with the flow, go with your rhythm of the breath that you can do, and it will feel great after. Okay, so we're breathing in through the left. And then hold the pinky to the nose and exhale through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close the nose with your thumb. Exhale through the left. Breathe in through the left. Pinky to the nose. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close your thumb. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Pinky to nose. Exhale to the right. Inhale right. Close, and this time hold for a second, and then open to exhale through the left. Inhale left. Close and hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close and hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close and hold. Exhale, release. Inhale. And we're just going to keep going at your rhythm. few more rounds. One more on each side. And we're gonna exhale through the right to end. So just take your time getting there. No need to rush your sides. Once you've taken that last exhale, bring your hands to your legs and just close your eyes. And just feel into your breathing. Notice the change. Gently open your eyes, breathe in, bring your arms up, clasp your hands, point the index fingers up and lengthen. Lengthen both sides of your waist. And a quick side bend to both sides. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale over to the right. Lengthen into that left side. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Remove any props and let's come onto our hands and knees. I'm going to do a couple of cat-cows. So just make sure your fingers are nicely spread out, your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. And then as you exhale, start rounding the spine all the way till your chin tucks into your chest. Inhale, dropping the belly, chest, and then at the end, lifting your chin. Exhale to round. Inhale to cow. And just find your rhythm, keep flowing. We're going to do 5 rounds here. And just notice as you flow through these own rhythms, how you connect more to yourselves. How your body feels today. How it feels to just do something easy as cat-cow. And just stay fully present with just that. One last one. And then coming back to neutral, just swaying side to side, stretching your sides, rolling. And let's open our chest and shoulders a bit more. So we're going to come into puppy pose. So important here is to keep our hips over our knees. We're not moving the hips anywhere, they're staying. All we're doing is walking our hands forward and then start sinking down through your chest. Dropping your forehead if you can. Otherwise, reach for a block and put that underneath. From here, we're going to go all the way straight down into Sphinx pose. So just start dropping your belly all the way down, elbows underneath your shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and down. And soften into your glutes, opening through that chest. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, come down onto your forehead, hands underneath your forehead. let your back neutralize, soften, wiggle side to side. Next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg off the floor. Keep the length, keep the hips down, just your leg comes off. And point into the toes. So really activating that right leg. The glutes, your lower back, and just hold it up in the air. Keep breathing. Exhale down. Other side, inhale, lift. Hold it, lengthen it back as if someone's pulling that leg back. And just hold it there, breathe. Feel those tiny muscles in your lower back. Hold it up, feel the belly press into your mat. Exhale, release. Now turn your left ear down onto the mat, hands beside you, palms facing down. And then just soften your arms, soften your shoulders. Let the palms roll open. And release. Turn your palms back down and your forehead to the center. As you inhale, start lifting your upper body off the mat, as if someone's pulling those arms back. Pull the shoulder blades together, squeeze them together. Feel those muscles in your upper back, middle back, holding you up. Breathe and release. Ear to the other side and release the arms. Forehead back to center, hands beside you on shoulder height. And we're just going to go into little cobras. Inhale to lift without pushing your hands into the floor. Just lifting, lengthening, gazing a little ahead from you. Exhale back down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. As you exhale. Inhale to push into the floor. And let's come into a child's pose. Widen your knees. Sink all the way down. In between your legs. Chest softening down towards the floor. Try to let those sit bones reach the heels or aim for the heels and just soften the whole body. Inhale, come up, back into your tabletop position. And we're going to find our way slowly to standing. So we're going to place one foot forward, tuck the back toes under, step the other one forward, and let's take a moment in a forward fold. Bending your knees, dropping your head, your arms nice long back. And really allow those knees to bend as much as you need to. Bend into your knees more to rise, slowly coming up to a standing position. I'm just going to face this way. You can stay however you're on your mat. Let's stand a little wider. Bend into your knees a couple times, just little bends, finding that position side to side, rolling the hips, doing some circles. Inhale, bring the arms up. And then exhale, we're going to go into goddess pose. So pull those elbows down to the side, bend nice and deeply into your knees. Open the chest. And we're going to flow with our breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Watch your knees, so they shouldn't be coming over your toes. Just go as far down as they're still nicely going towards your toes, so slightly out. Beautiful. Last one coming up. Inhale. Exhale down. Heel toe your feet back together to Tadasana, mountain pose. So let's start to ground ourselves for some balancing. Roll those shoulders down, arms open. Feel into your feet. Now we're just going to play with balancing by lifting this right foot off the floor and just bringing it forward. Not far, just slightly forward, keeping your leg lengthened and just moving these movements from your hip. So let's bring our hands to our hips and just inhale, come halfway up, then over to the side and back in through center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So inhale to lift, and then exhale as like a half circle back. Last one. Let's stay on this side, and we're going to do the same thing backwards. Inhale, lifting it back. Exhale, draw it forward. Inhale, lift it back, so we're using our glutes, and then draw it back in. Keep your hips nice and stacked, so not moving too much here. One more. And release. Feel the burn in this leg, shake it out. And then other side, hands to your hips, square your feet. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, half circle. Go with your breath. One more. Other side or backwards. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, draw it in. And last one. Woo, shake it out. Good job. Let's tap the hips, tap the sides of our legs all the way down and back in through the inner thighs. And then just stand, mountain pose. Feel more activated through your legs and feel more grounded as well. So ready for some balancing. First, we're going to do tree pose. So we're going to bring the right foot up to wherever, maybe down here. Find the position that works for you. Soften, breathe. From tree pose, we're going to shift straight into eagle's pose. So slowly bring that right knee in. Bend a little bit into this left standing knee. Still focusing on something that's not moving, keeping your balance. Then wrap this right leg around the left. So you may be here. And then just putting the toes down. Or you might be able to wrap it around the other side and find that bind. Find that balance, breathe. Now we need to do the arms as well. So we're gonna do right arm under the left, and same thing. Reach for your thumb, maybe for your wrist, maybe palms on top of each other. Start lifting those elbows, pulling the shoulder blades down your back and keeping that balance. This is our peak pose. This is all we're doing today. That's probably quite challenging. So just breathe through it. Keep that balance. Feel the focus, the power through your core, through your whole body to just stay in this balancing pose. And then slowly release. Open up the arms. Reach them out like wings. And up. And exhale to fold. Slowly fold forward. Bend into your knees to come back up. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's shift into the other side. So first tree pose. Left foot up. Foot up. Or maybe it's at a different position than the other side. Maybe this side is way more out of balance. Just begin to honor those things. Notice them. Don't judge yourself for it. Just watch yourself being and adjusting to that situation. So if this side means you need to put your leg down there, do it. It's okay. It's all part of this, part of the practice. Like in real life right now, we're just adjusting. We're learning to just be in these moments of discomfort and just watching ourselves, noticing these things. Finding back to breath. Beautiful. And then slowly release. Knee forward, ready for eagle's pose. So really finding that core activation, that point of focus, wrapping the leg around. Breathe, hold it there for a moment if you feel quite wobbly before you do the arms. Now we're going left arm under the right. Elbows are kind of in front of your face to get that deep stretch in between your shoulders. Breathe into that space. Feel the whole body in this pose. Not only our body, also our mind, our concentration, everything is in this pose. Beautiful. If you fall out of it, don't worry about it. Just try to get back in. Being in this process. Beautiful. And slowly release. This time let's stand wide again. Toes slightly outwards and down into goddess pose. Feel proud. Open that heart. Breathe in and out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down. Keep the legs straight. Heels slightly outwards, ready for a wide-legged forward fold. So maybe keep your knees slightly bent, hands on your hips, and just come halfway, keeping that length in your spine. If you have any lower back issues, I recommend you staying right here. Otherwise, just allow yourself to fold deeper. As we're coming down, you might notice you can heel toe the feet a little wider and slowly come deeper down. Maybe your head comes down to the floor, maybe just your hands, maybe the elbows. Slowly coming back up onto your hands, fingertips, and slowly shifting to the front of your mat, turning yourself and stepping the foot back into tabletop. And just take a couple of cat-cows here. Flowing back through that spine, checking in. Inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. And then to neutral. We're going to do a thread the needle to twist our upper back. We're going to inhale, reach the right arm up, lift, feel that opening. Exhale, slide it through to the other side, right shoulder down. Left hand can come onto your lower back. Or you might reach all the way to your right thigh, opening, lifting the shoulder upwards. Slowly bring the left hand back beside your face. Inhale to push your way back up. Exhale down. Other side. Inhale. And exhale. Right hand on the lower back. Or over onto your thigh. If this is too much on your back, your hand can stay beside your face, or you can try to straighten it forward. Slowly bring the hand back beside your face. Inhale to push your way back up. And exhale down. I'm slowly going to come into a seat. We're already beginning our way back down. Take a moment here, holding the backs of your legs. If you'd like to, this is optional, as our bow pose, just to really get something into our core today. Roll back, lengthen that spine, and watch yourself. Notice as soon as you kind of fall into this alignment, come back up a little bit. Lift your feet off the floor. Breathe, find that softness within this challenge, within the fire that's burning in you, and just breathe through it. Maybe release the hands out to the side. Beautiful. Another balancing pose here. And we can take it a little further. Take your peace fingers in between your big toes and then start stretching one leg, maybe the other leg, holding it here. Breathe. Maybe taking them together. Reach. Slowly bring them back together, bend into your knees, hold the back of your thighs, come back into that first step bow pose. Beautiful. Release the feet back down. If you want, you can come back down the same way we came up at the beginning. So allowing yourself to roll backwards like a little ball, just releasing the spine. If that's too much, just slowly roll your way down, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming onto the mat. Once we're down, we're going to do a reclined pigeon here. So we're going to place the right foot over onto the left, reach with our hands through for the left thigh, and hold onto it and start pulling it in towards you. The right elbow you can use to kind of push that right knee out to the side. Now you should feel this nice deep stretch on the right outer side of your hip. If this is too much, you can leave the left foot down here and just work on holding this position. Big releases happening in this stretch. A lot of emotions get stored in our hips. Three more breaths. soften, release out. Keep the legs how they are. And just drop the legs over to the left side for another twist. Spread out your arms. Inhale, come back up. Release the legs. Place the feet as wide as the mat, and let's do some windshield wipers before coming over to the other side. Recenter yourself. Place the left foot over onto the right. Reach through, hold onto the back side of your right thigh, and start drawing that right knee in towards you till you find that sweet spot. Remember to breathe. Don't stop breathing. Every exhale, allowing to let go of some part of your body. Notice the parts of your body that you're not even using in this pose, that you can relax, you can let go. And keep coming back to noticing how you're talking to yourself. Checking in with the relationship you have with yourself. And these longer poses, it's quite amazing what kind of conversations we have with ourselves. So just watch them. Notice what's going on. And see if you can bring in some softness, some gentleness, some peacefulness. Slowly creating this more balanced sensation. Gently release the hands and allow it to twist. Drop the legs over to the right side. Open the arms, maybe turn your gaze to the left. And then slowly release. Take another moment here, feet down, knees against each other, open the arms. Take 2 deep breaths to release from the practice. And then slowly get yourself ready for your Shavasana. You can stretch yourself out. Reach for a blanket or a cushion. Spread out your legs, your arms, and just take a moment here to scan your body before we release. Just noticing. Maybe noticing some openness. Maybe noticing a certain softness in your body. And slowly now completely let go. Close your eyes. Release any tension in your face, softening into your jaw, your eyes, your forehead. And just allow yourself to drop into these few minutes of Shavasana. Slowly begin to come back into the space, into your body. Allowing to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Start lengthening and stretching back into your body. Taking some nice deep breaths. And when you're ready, give yourself another good stretch. Coming back into your day. And as you exhale, bend your knees. Bring them into your chest, rock from side to side. And then roll over to your right side and just take another moment there to fully come back. And when you're ready, slowly making your way up into a seat. Your eyes still closed, rolling your shoulders back, lengthening into your spine. Taking your hands to your heart in prayer. Take a deep breath in, lengthen up to the sky, bringing in all the energy down from the sky as you exhale, bowing down to the earth. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a wonderful day.